Did you know there is a Beatles song that is genuinely written about taking a dump? No, it's not Twist and Shout. No, it's not Old Brown Shoe. It's not. It's not We Can Work It Out. And no, it's not All Things Must Pass. It's actually a song on 1968's White Album. Much of the material on that album was inspired by the band's trip to Rishikesh, India, where they were spending time meditating. And the song in question came from one of those meditation sessions, during which Paul McCartney had a kind of revelatory moment. He said, "I was up on the flat roof meditating, and I'd seen a troop of monkeys walking along in the jungle, and a male just hopped on the back of this female and gave her one, as they say in the vernacular. Within 2 or 3 seconds, he hopped off again and looked around as if to say, it wasn't me. And she looked around as if there had been some mild disturbance, but thought, I must have imagined it. And she wandered off. And I thought, bloody hell, that puts it all into a cocked hat. That's how simple the act of procreation is. This bloody monkey just hopping on and hopping off. There is an urge, they do it, and it's done with. And it's that simple. We have horrendous problems with it, and yet animals don't. So that was basically it. As many Beatles fans will now have realised, the song I'm talking about is a kooky blues number from the White Album called Why Don't We Do It in the Road? And that explanation I just gave from Paul McCartney is the same one that gets repeated everywhere. If you read the explanation on Beatles.com, it only references the idea of sex. It's the same thing on the Paul McCartney Project, and it's the same thing on Wikipedia. But if you read the whole interview from the original source, which is in Many Years From Now, a book by Barry Miles, Paul McCartney actually goes into a little bit more detail in that same quote, right after most places normally cut it off. And from the rest of the quote, we discover that there is not just one meaning to this song. There are two. Paul McCartney goes on to say, Why Don't We Do It in the Road could have applied to either fucking or shitting, to put it roughly. Why don't we do either of them in the road? Well, the answer is we're civilised and we don't. And so and so you see there from Paul McCartney, there are actually two meanings to this song. One is about sex, and the other one is literally about taking a shit in the middle of the road. As The Guardian put it, had someone failed to give him a satisfying... As The Guardian put it, had... Oh no. As the... Oh fucking hell. Alright, stop. As The Guardian put it, had someone failed to give him a satisfactory reason as to why both of these things were unacceptable, McCartney would presumably have cut a rather different figure in his old age, breathlessly making love and openly defecating on the M4. But it gets even sillier still, because elsewhere, Paul McCartney confirmed that this is not just a silly Beatles novelty track. It's actually something called a mantra. Stop. McCartney said, I slipped into Studio 3 with Ringo, just him and me. I wanted to do a... I wanted to do a Let It All Hang Out song based on little more than a mantra. The term mantra is not entirely beside the point because I got the idea for this song when I was in India with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi earlier in the year. So, what does he mean by mantra? The Cambridge Dictionary defines mantra as a word or sound that is believed to have a special spiritual power, and a word or phrase that is often repeated and expresses a particular strong belief. So, McCartney explicitly tied this song being a mantra to what he was doing in India at the time. And what he was learning there is a specific form of meditation called transcendental meditation, which involves the silent repetition of a sound or mantra, and is practiced for 15 to 20 minutes twice a day. So, this is not just a song about poo. This song is a meditation on poo, which, if you are completely mental, you can use to think about poo for up to 40 minutes a day. Oh, God. And if you took up this practice at the age of, say, 20 and continued until the ripe old age of 100, that would result in a lifetime total of 2 years, 81 days, 2 hours, and 40 minutes of your life spent meditating and silently chanting a mantra about taking a shit. Something that would only be necessary if you had somehow munched your way through the entire Christmas cheese stockpile at the Wensleydale Creamery. Oh no, stop. Oh God. Shit. And so, at this point, I think it's time to bring this extremely silly video to a close, smug in the knowledge that you will probably never listen to this particular Beatles song in quite the same way ever again. A big thank you, as always, to all my supporters on Patreon, where you can view an ever-growing body of exclusive content, as well as this video and many others, ad-free. If you would be interested in signing up, the link is in the description, and hopefully I'll see you inside. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.